Mike Moore Media.
I'm talking to the mayor of Eden, Neville Hall. And Mayor, do we want to maybe recap what happened at Tuesday's City Council meeting to start off on the broadcast?
Yeah, I think we should go ahead and jump into that. We had a productive meeting Tuesday night, not as long as they have been being, so that was a relief. But yeah, we got a lot covered. You were there, and if there's any particular topic you'd like to bring up, I'll be happy to expand on it.
Well, I saw going into the meeting an old friend, Thurman Hampton, and I didn't put two and two together until the presentation. So tell us about that and the renaming of the park for his mother, how that all came about, and that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. This park is known as Peter Hill Park. It's over in the Blue Creek section of town, and for many years, Miss Ernestine Hampton has volunteered her time, and she's sort of been the gatekeeper of that park. She opened the gate in the morning, literally, and closed it at night, and made sure there was no bad activity going on in there, so the kids could enjoy it in that neighborhood. And she really did look after that park like it was her own. And she recently passed away, and council decided that it'd be suitable or applicable to name that park after Miss Ernestine Hampton. And as you saw at the council meeting, there was a lot of her friends and family and neighbors there in support of it, and we were very happy to do that and honored to be able to do that and to present the proclamation to her son, Mr. Hampton himself.
Yeah, that was a special moment indeed, and there are about 24 family members and friends there. So now Peter Hill Park renamed to Ernestine Hampton Park, and her name on that for the many years that she devoted to that neighborhood there and making things better for everyone. Okay, we're all kind of...
Mike,
yeah.
Actually, on that, I need to tell you, I should have told you earlier or sent you an email. There is going to be a dedication for that park, and the date in November slips my mind, but I will make sure I get that to you. We're going to have a little ceremony out at the park for the dedication of that. And I'll get you the date, and I apologize for not knowing it off the top of my head.
That's okay. Oh, that'll be nice for sure. And another component to that whole renaming there. Okay, thank you. A lot of us are following what's happening with Spray Cotton Mill, and that was on the agenda the other night. So bring us up to date on people if we don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, there's an investor who is actually moving pretty far along into the process of obtaining that property and remodeling it and revitalizing it and turning it into market rent housing for apartments and hopefully down the road possibly a restaurant and some other retail uses. And the city has agreed. What we voted on Tuesday night was a memorandum of understanding that we want to partner with the developer to make this renovation a reality. Mm-hmm. And one part of that would be a river walk that the city would help fund to go alongside of the river that's between the river. The walk will be between the river and the Spray Cotton Mill for more access to the Greenway. And, this is one of those deals where this building's been sitting vacant for many, many years and has become a bigger and bigger problem for the city as far as aesthetics. So we're thrilled that somebody's going to invest upwards of $19 million to turn this property into a usable facility, and we're excited to be a partner with them. And part of what we've agreed to, and we do not have a lease, was we agreed that if this property is developed the way he's planning to, there'll be 9,000 square feet of event space or possibly a senior center that we can use in there that we'd lease from him. Mm-hmm. So that's what we were really just proving, that, yes, we want to be a partner with you on this. We haven't negotiated any leases or anything. We're not committed to anything other than, yes, we understand what you're doing and we want to help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So we're looking at, you said, right up around $19 million investment and 94 market rate apartments. So, kind of get the vision there of these people, what they want to do. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, it should be, like I said, it's been an eyesore for many years, and to have an investor willing to come in here take that. It sort of reminds you of, on a much larger scale, what's happened with the Central Hotel downtown. So
Yeah.
we're hoping that this one is as successful as that redevelopment.
Sure. Okay. Speaking of eyesores, I took some pictures the other day of the old barn-shaped building near the Eden Public Library that was a mix of doctors' offices over the years and ended up with some apartments. It's level now.
It's gone. Yeah.
It's gone.
I saw this morning they were finished. Yeah.
You know, that was a disaster that had been sitting there for years.
Yeah, I think they had some issues with vagrants maybe getting in there too. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I don't even know exactly who owns that property or what they have planned for it. But whatever they want to do, it looks better like it is now.
It does. Yeah.
You know, they've improved it just by tearing the building down.
That's exactly right. Yeah, just level it. One of the things on the agenda the other night was the franchise with Duke Energy that has expired, going back to 1968. Eden was a year old then.
Yeah.
So now that's been renewed. And you had some concern about the monopoly involved with that, but it's been renewed now. It looks like, for 60 years?
Yeah, 60 years. Well, it's not that I have a concern for their monopoly. That is our sole provider of electricity. My concern was if you get tied in with a company for 60 years and the technology evolves that you don't even need a power company, you know. But I'm assuming the market will correct itself. If there were a change in technology where Duke Energy were not being profitable, I don't think they would be concerned about our 60-year agreement. You know, I think it'll work itself out.
Sure, okay.
But they are our only provider, so you may as well agree to be with them.
That's right, yeah. But, yeah, a lot can happen in 60 years, and I believe you mentioned, solar energy and things like that, so who knows 60 years down the road where we'll be. Yeah.
Well, I think the attorney pointed out during the meeting that this agreement is required by the North Carolina General Statute, and if there were technology to develop that would eliminate the need for this agreement, I'm sure that the state would be able to terminate our agreement. You know, that it's because we have that agreement because they made us.
Yeah. So there's an out if needed.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if things change, and I'm fairly certain they'll change a little bit in 60 years.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's right.
I haven't been around 60 years yet.
You may be here. I will not. But
yeah, that's what somebody said in the meeting. I hope we're here to discuss that.
The fairly new Eden Parks Commission, I think it has a longer name, but I think we'll call it that for now. But looking at the possibility of maybe doing some things, some ideas. I think one of them is a mountain bike trail on New Street. And Terry Vernon, the director, was mentioning that the other night, and maybe 5 to 6 miles of potential. So they're exploring that. But looking at he was calling it a unifying of all sports programs. Can you maybe elaborate on that? I think it's been talked about for years, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Well, first, the bike trail, that's a possibility for a portion of the property that we bought with the county a few years ago from Duke Energy. It's about 200 acres, but I think there's about 40 acres that is in the floodplain, which we knew that, and can be easily developed for some sort of recreational use that doesn't require flood insurance. And so that's what the possibility. That's just something we're trying to think of to do with that balance of the land that can't be developed industrial. So that's where that's coming from. So we are just getting into the exploratory portion of that.
Okay.
And then the other question about the combination of the sports programs. Again, like you said, this has been talked about for many, many years. When I was a youth at the boys' club, and that's what it was then. We had a huge competition with the rec department and the Y sports programs. And then I think just lack of participation in all of the youth activities has dwindled each of those to the point where they can hardly have a competitive league individually. So it's better to just take what everybody has, I think, and put them all together and have a good league,
Maybe now the timing is right. Maybe this is the time to make that happen.
I hope so. I mean, it's going to take some cooperation, and I mean, not knocking any of the boards, because I'm on one of the boards for the I'm on the Boys and Girls Club board. But for many years, the concern was if you give up football or you give up basketball, you know, are you hurting your business? And none of the three wanted to be the one to say, here, you take my basketball players, you know. And that's just the way it's always been. They're trying to self-preservation, I guess. And now to the point with the decreased numbers of participants that you're going to have to combine and try to do something. We're looking at that. Hopefully, our three. I know the city is, but hopefully everybody's willing to at least consider it.
Sure. Okay. So that would put Eden Parks and Rec and Eden Y and Boys and Girls Club combining some of their programs then.
Well, basically the sports, but
the sports.
I mean, you can be creative with it. One of the facilities could host soccer. One of them could host basketball. You know, it can all be, I think, worked out where everybody, all of the members of each would be happy.
It would be a sharing that would work. While we're kind of in the neighborhood there, and since you're on the board, the old Boys and Girls Club building, just a block away, that's just sitting there, who owns that, and what's the status of that?
It's I'm not sure the name of the group, but I know it's the Horton Brothers. I know Paul Horton is one of the owners. He's a friend of mine, and I've talked to him about it before. They just use it for storage. Okay. I'm not exactly sure. I know it's I think it's got a hole in the roof that needs to be worked on. So, yeah, I mean, I love that place. That is where I grew up before the new building. But
good memories there.
Yeah. I'd love to see something brought back to life with that.
That seems like it something could work right there. Okay. Well, those are some of the things I wanted to go over. And I know we've got a week from today, we've got Treat Street and in Uptown Eden, and we've got some Halloween events coming up. But anything else in particular you'd like to mention? Well, the day after Treat Street on the 30th is the chili cook-off in Uptown. And I just wanted to clarify a little bit about that. There have been some flyers that were placed throughout the community, and it says $25 entry fee. Well, that's for the people who are contestants in the chili cook-off. They're going to have prizes for each of the divisions. And but to come to the event and to taste the chilies and walk around and enjoy the afternoon, that's free. There's no charge for any of that. So just so people don't think it's $25 to come downtown to the event. It's free. Right. And the chilies, you walk around, you get your card. I think it's up in front of the pork shop where they'll have music. And then you go from merchant to merchant and taste the chili, and you vote on them, and they'll have a winner. So I'm hoping it's the front porch with my chili that I don't know how to make yet. It's okay. So you're not a pro with that. So you've got some learning to do.
No, this is my rookie game. So
wow.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Wow.
You can come vote for me, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I've heard a little bit of scuttlebutt around town, and it looks like there's going to be some stiff competition here.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Hey, I may just put mine on the back burner and go around and eat some chili.
Well, good luck. Good luck with your chili. I'll stop by.
Yeah, do. Yeah. So, it's on Saturday the 30th. That'll be fun. And again, we're having a band or a DJ. No, it is a band, I think. It is. And so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Something to do on Saturday afternoon.
Okay. It sounds like it. All right. Well, Mayor, always a pleasure. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mike. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. That's the mayor of Eden with us today, and that's Neville Hall. Our program is sponsored by Carter's Auto Repair and Exhaust on Kings Highway in Eden. Clarence Carter has over 30 years of experience himself, and then he has all of his mechanics there. You add that up, you're looking at lots and lots of years of experience at Carter's Auto Repair and Exhaust. Quality work at affordable prices. They specialize in exhaust, custom and stock exhaust, and really all automotive work. So you can depend on them to do the job right. At Carter's Auto Repair and Exhaust, Kings Highway in Eden. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. And I remind you, as always, to shop local, support our hometown Eden businesses.